a slow rate.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't drop like a pulse bomb or like a Hanzo arrow. They drop slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much just tank the shield damage, drop it if you can.
Hmm. Yeah, I do the corner pick a lot, so that you might just do that. Like you
Mm.
might see me just 180 out of nowhere. That's because I'm shielding.
Yeah.
Now, I try my best to normally, like, just shield that. Should we have just pushed forward instead?
What you guys probably should have done, since you know their Doomfist and like their entire team is right there, so their Doomfist is obviously gonna try and engage with that. You guys should all um probably just try and fight back into this room so that you guys can all deal with the Doomfist if he goes in there. And if he
Also,
does, he's kind of feeding.
so we should have forced him to a place where where he's in an unfavorable spot. Like he uses his
Yeah,
ult,
yeah.
we all back up, and then
Yeah,
his
if he were
team.
to have backed up into this room and he would have ulted, his team would have had to push through this choke, and you could have stopped their team from doing that while your team killed the Doomfist.
Hmm.
Especially knowing that he has Shatter, you definitely want to try and get into a position where their entire team is in front of you while the Doomfist is behind. You don't want it to be like every single angle, you know?
Hmm.
Because right here, what happened was it was just like super scattered. Everybody went
Just
different
press
places.
F3 and then space.
Oh,
That's
there
what
you
I do
go.
whenever I go back because the replay's bugged.
Yeah. Yeah, so here you can see your soldier went over there. Sigma didn't really kite, and your support's kited, and the Doomfist is in the back line. So if everybody were to have kited there, you could have definitely stopped anybody from dying. Not only was like Lamp, Sigma Shield, Ryan Shield, and then you can easily kill the Doomfist, and then you can push back out into their team.
I think I recognize this as the last fight, so I'll just try to get ult charge or
Yeah.
try to get a random kill. Wow, we were really undecisive here. We decided to go left.
Yeah, so here you kind of just like walk up and shield bot in their face, which is pretty bad, especially since they're running Echo. You want to save as much shield damage for like mid fight as possible. So, um, as long as you guys have like, you guys just need to make like a good ult plan. Like I'm guessing it was probably going with Sigma ult. Um, I think that's what it was, and you guys should probably just like uh, just stack over here, and then speed boost with Maywall onto point, and then you can use Sig ult because with your comp, it's a lot more favorable for you to get up in their face and um, brawl.
Mm, yeah. So I should have gotten closer to the Reinhardt because I was just standing
Well,
there.
not necessarily. Yeah, because like you walked up. I guess this comes more so like with the indecisiveness of you guys's whatever you guys were trying to do here. Um, you don't really want to waste Rend Shield just like standing in front of them without a plan because like you don't want to be 0 HP and then you start fighting on the point, or you don't want to have a 0 HP shield and then start fighting. Because you're gonna need to anchor point while the rest of your team kills things, and if you have 0 shield, the Echo is just gonna farm you. So shield management is really important.
So just complete mayhem. I didn't see the Lucio. I tried to charge the Rhine, but I got Lucio
Yeah,
instead.
I'm surprised by that.
So do you think that fight should have been lost because we played that really poorly?
Well, you guys had a bunch of ults, so once you guys actually got onto the point and used them, it was pretty winnable. So you guys
And
used Sigma,
yeah, and
Mei
our
ult
Lucio went back to spawn to swap to Brig,
for the
and so we had to
Doomfist.
play back. Do you think that was just a bad call?
I don't think it's a. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would have switched Lucio. I mean, once again, I probably would have advised you guys hold closer just so you can take advantage of Maywall and deny their Echo space because she does nothing if she's just sitting behind a choke. Um, but since you played back and they pushed far right again, um, you kind of had the right idea. Like you started to rotate more, but you kind of didn't. You didn't commit either way. You kind of just stood in the middle. So you probably need to be committing onto that side, onto their Rhine a lot faster, especially when you get the wall. So basically, as soon as you see them like coming out of this choke, like over here, you pretty much know that they're gonna come right side. Um, and if they don't, for some reason, if they go point, then your guys' strat is gonna work a lot better. But basically, the only way they win is if they push your guys' off angle with Sigma and Soldier, and they don't kite, and you guys just stand there doing nothing. Um, but if they want to push this far right into your May, then you need to just rotate a lot faster to play this choke.
Yeah, I wasn't helping him. Yeah, Ryan was
Yeah,
walled. The Diva bomb, I took priority over the Diva bomb. I don't think I protected
yeah,
anyone because Hal has the shield and the May could just ice block.
yeah. I just I'd probably be on you to just like call for everybody to just rotate far right and play these stairs with your May. Because you guys will win that fight if you rotate fast enough.
And now it's one fight territory. I don't remember who said they were going to touch first. I think it might have been me. Yeah, I did notice the Lucio right there going for boops. I tried to get him.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you pinned there because you heard their Rhine charging, so you were going for the counter pin. And then once you have them here, you're in a pretty good position. You just have to keep in mind of what off angles they have. So right now, the emphasis is in the back line. But as long as you basically your goal right here now is to just stay alive as long as possible. Um, since you don't really have your May, yeah, your May is like all the way back here. I don't know if she died late or something. I'm guessing she did. But you don't really have anything to brawl. So basically, you want to just stay alive as long as possible so that your backline can deal with this Doomfist and just deal with their Reinhardt so he doesn't shatter your team. Although that was kind of unlucky because he just hard pushed past your shield. Um, here once he shatters, like once you know he shattered your team, I'm guessing it was called. At least somebody said they were shattered.
I think I just
Um,
noticed. So
yeah. So once you know like you didn't block the shatter like for your whole team, probably means that somebody's on the floor. I don't think this is preventable because I think either was shattered and then they got Lucio booped. But what you really want to try and do here is just back up and get in front of their Ryan so that he can't uh, pin anybody that's shattered. But you just kind of pinned into their backline. I mean, it was kind of a lost fight, anyways. But just stuff like that.
so just in case
Um,
the fight wasn't lost, or if it was on a different map where
yeah, if he was somewhere where they weren't going to get booped, you definitely want to shield your team and prevent a pin on one of your teammates if possible. Say you pretty much just want to square up with the enemy Reinhardt and hold shield and watch for his pin whenever he shatters and you're not. Okay, so here they're running Doom Reaper. You guys are on almost mirror comps. You guys have May, which is a lot better, in my opinion. So here, let's see. Yeah, you're just working in swings with your shield, which is good. The main thing that you're gonna have to watch out for here is the Reaper and Doomfist in your backline. So shield management is like really important, especially if the Reaper just hard ints on you in the backline. So here, like you're trying to use this pillar here, which is good. But you need to be a lot more natural cover a lot better because like sometimes you'll use it, but you'll still hold shield, um, which is like kind of just negating the whole purpose of using natural cover. Um, so like the whole purpose is so you can save shield resources and your HP. But if you're just holding shield and not really getting anything accomplished with it, it's kind of bad, especially when they have Reaper like kind of in your backline. Like here, he's pushing you on. He could have pushed you here on the left, and you don't really have much shield to like kite with it. So that's why it's really important. But overall, not bad.
So when using natural cover, you just don't want me to hold the shield up like the pillar right there.
Yeah. You literally just stand behind it. Like you don't need to use your shield.
And the same thing applies to Liege and Control Center because there's also the pillar and the point there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it applies to more than just like the pillars on the point. Like any natural cover, that's like one of the main things that you need to be able to do on Reinhardt is use natural cover a lot. Because if you're wasting shield resources, one, that's bad, but also if especially since you're playing Moira, you don't want to be taking a lot of poke damage before the fight starts because you have limited heals. So if your healers are just pumping out all their heals into you before the fight even starts, that's not good. And also mid fight, like if you're able to hold a choke with or hold that pillar using natural cover and kind of shimmy around it like during the fight, your healers don't have to put as much resources into healing you. And that's usually always good unless you're going for like a nano Reinhardt play and like everyone's just putting resources into you. But here, that's good. You guys are holding this close choke. Big shatter.
Hmm. And something that I think it was either Truth or one of the coaches that said that whenever I shatter someone or a lot of people, I need to call a target immediately. This was after this map, so I didn't do it here, even if you did look at the VOD from the comms
Mm-hmm.
check.
Um, so whenever you pretty much shattered their whole team. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, so you pretty much shattered the whole team. What I usually do if I do that, although it's kind of weird with like the new Reinhardt stun changes, but um, I look for the squishies first. Like if I can get the supports, because if you focus the tanks first, like unless you're focusing a tank because they have like a game winning ult, like grab, and you don't have a defensive ult, that's usually like one of the few cases where you focus a tank first in this situation. But you should look to focus the squishies first. Either the like if you can get the Moira, that's great, and then um, you can go for kills on the rest. But like since you shattered them all, you can just go for cleave damage on all of them instead of going for the pin on Reinhardt immediately.
So if I only shattered like two people, I would want to go the squishy one first.
Yeah, you want to do that, and then yeah, just look for the squishy targets first if you can kill them, and then if you can look for a late pin on like a tank, that's fine too. I mean, solo shatters are fine too if you just get a solar shatter on a tank and just pin them or anybody. But usually, if you get a huge shatter like that, you can just go for cleave. You don't need to go for a pin first, especially because um, with pin, it can boop them away
Do you
really
call
easily.
like if you land a massive shatter on your team, you just call a squishy and you like just go for cleave damage?
Usually if I get a big shatter, I have a target in my head that I go for that um I can kill by myself. Um so you can call a target, but in that instance when you get like a huge shatter where it's everybody, it should just be automatic team wipe. Like there shouldn't be any reason why you guys don't just kill them, especially if you get in there with your whole cleave damage. Um, but it's kind of also dependent on uh, what ultimates you know they have. Like say that Lucio had beat, which he almost did, then you'd want to go for him first because if you're going for a pin on the Reinhardt, let's say, and Lucio gets up and beats, they can easily swing that fight because Ryan can then aggress on you without having to worry about shatter. So a lot of it is dependent on like what ultimates they have and stuff like that. So a lot of times, if you do know somebody on their team has an ultimate, um, you can that's usually a pretty safe bet to focus that target first. Um, or if you could, sometimes I just go for solo shatters on an enemy that I know has an ultimate that they're going to use that fight or they're looking to engage with. So yeah.
And again, the corner peek. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think I just got lost because the punch and the bomb messed me up.
Yeah, so they're like whenever they're using a bunch of volts to engage, unless you guys make a ult plan like before that, like what you're gonna do to counter ult, usually you just want to kite back to your team, especially when they're doom ulting, and you know the Reaper is gonna have ult, so you have to watch out for him in the back line. Here, let's see. Yeah, so you block the bomb, um, which took down a lot of your shield, and then the Reaper just hard engaged on you. Um, I see you're going for a shatter here, but um, you can turn the fight. But when the Reaper is kind of just in, like you're already 100 HP, the Reaper's on you. Your main priority there, since your Moira's still alive, should be to like try and um, you should be trying to like shield hop away, like try and shield hop the Reaper, so you can try and live while your rest of your team tries to kill him in the back line. Um, yeah. But either way, since the Reaper's in the back line, like even if you did land a huge shatter, um, he's definitely gonna kill you, and then he's just gonna blast in the back line. So either way, there's probably not gonna be any follow up on it. Okay, so here since they're running Doomfist, you definitely want to go top left because a lot of Doomfists they'll just they'll set up here like top left. Yeah, they'll set up here like top left, and whenever you guys are rushing in, they'll just engage on your back line, and it's really hard to defend against that. So you guys just want to always, if you're playing against a Doomfist, always clear high grounds, because otherwise that's gonna happen.
Mm.
So that fight was pretty much lost because you guys needed to do better pathing.
Okay. I don't think anyone ever called to go to top left.
Yeah, I watched the part of the comms and it was always just go main.
So that's probably just a game sense issue because we didn't even think about going. Well, I'm not sure if Hal was doing that to signify it, but if he did, he should have said it out loud or something.
Yeah.
And
So here, yeah, I know what happened here. I was watching this part. So yeah, the Reaper's in the back line. Half of your team goes to chase him, and then you're just kind of on point by yourself. So um, you need to try and be more aware of if your team is going to be going to do that. Because like I know you called. I think you called to go fight on point because the Reaper was really far out, but then half of your team went to go chase him. So pretty much if they do that, as the Ryan player, there's not much you can do about your team going off on their own. So you just got to kind of use your like the ability to look behind with your shield and just realize that your team's not with you, so you have to kite back. Yeah. So again, yeah, just going top left just gets you in a better position, clears the Doomfist out, and then you guys can drop over here where you don't have to worry about
Oh,
Doomfist anymore dropping on your back line because it's kind of hard to um, play the frontline battle when Doom and Reaper are in your back line the whole time. So that's why you guys are getting right over there.
okay. So Shrine was just us not going the right way.
Yeah, pretty much. You guys just got to realize what like realizing why you're losing the fights and realizing that um Doomfist and Reaper are pretty much just in your backline the whole time. Um, you guys have to realize that a lot earlier, and then it applies for any map. Like if you're running against the Doomfist, you need to usually always clear the high ground, unless the high ground's not important to whatever objective you're trying to accomplish. Because like especially with that comp, when you're running May Reaper, once you guys like for any map, once you guys go onto the point, there's not really much you can do to contest that high ground. You don't really have anybody to go on it, so you have to clear it as a team.
Oh, so when no one can contest or only one person can contest, we all have to go up there and take it over.
Usually that's how it is. Yeah. Okay, so here you guys are playing a May comp with Hanzo for some reason against. They're playing like a weird hard brawl spam. Um, when you realize that they're running the fair and the Hanzo, playing here is kind of dangerous, especially because there's not really a lot of cover for you to retreat back to once your shield breaks. So you guys either need to play this corner until they get to it and go for like a hard rush with your May, or you guys need to like kite all the way back to here where you can play more around cover because playing here and playing the slow fight, you guys are gonna lose. Yeah, your shield's already down and you have to pretty much just run away.
I think we did call to give up the corner, and then just the Hanzo immediately died.
Yeah. So here, um, you can give up more space, especially since their fair is just playing right here. What I would do, um, I would just back up to this corner, and you can play this corner for natural cover, so you're not wasting your entire shield just trying to contest cart. This here, you pretty much just stand there with shield until it breaks. Yeah, you guys had Cole able to push him back.
So you think that my problem there was just I was not giving up enough space?
Yeah, it's pretty much just because you need to. There's not really much natural cover you can use there, so you're pretty much just stranded out in the open, and every single healing resource is being put into you just to stay alive. So with that, since you're playing the Mei and you didn't really at the time you didn't really have anything to deal with the Pharah. You guys just pretty much have to play to build up resources and go for like a coordinated, uh, uh, like super fast push. Or you have to, yeah. I mean that's pretty much the only play you can make there. Yeah, if you guys did all get good spawn, I would say I would have held like the actual choke, like where the card is.
Yeah, I think however I don't know if it was just the Lucio or both healers that got the far spawn.
Yeah, it was both.
Yeah, I can see what you mean because they're just spamming us out.
Yeah.
So we should have just hidden the corner and then all just dropped on them.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of did it here, but it seemed like it was kind of not as well coordinated as it could have been. And once again, you just kind of sat up top, um, staring at them, and they just break your shield. So when you were able to finally get on top of them, your shield is already down, and you can try to aggress on the Rhine here, but once you do, you're pretty much dead because you don't have shield. Because they got a Hanzo and a full energy Zarya. Unless
So what do you think? Okay, what did the potatoes do wrong here that made us win the fight?
um
If it sounds like we weren't even supposed to win that fight from that tone.
well, let's see. You did get a really good wall here, but you were super low, and for some reason their Ryan just shield botted. Um, he could have easily swung on you and um probably killed you, but since he was walled, he just thought he needed to shield.
Also, if you don't have to hard shield when you're walled, like if you can get a kill, you go for it.
Well, I mean, in that instance, you were like 100 HP, and you don't have Zarya bubble, and he was full HP with a high energy Zarya and Hanzo right next to him, so they probably could have got the kill on you.
Hmm.
But they didn't really push it. In most cases, yeah, you want to shield when you get Maywalled though, and kite to one side.
Do you think they threw that fight away then?
A little bit. I mean, you guys had Cole, which helped keep you up there and turn the fight, so that was pretty good. But yeah, it was definitely dangerous for you to be there. Like at 100 HP, no shield. So here, when you see that they're pushing out that choke there, you guys can try and, if you're all top, you can try and speed onto them. Since you have Maywall and hold that choke a lot tighter. because giving them space to walk out here and get their far and Hanzo off angle positions is not good for you. So like whenever you're playing the Mei against comps that can take angles, you have to be more creative and more proactive about what positions you hold and stuff like that.
Now Ryan was 1 HP, but then they got beat, so I'm like, I better. I tried to
Yeah.
shatter him, but I missed, so I didn't follow up on anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was going for the Reinhardt, like you said. Like have a target in your
Yeah.
head. For me, it was Reinhardt, and I
Yeah.
missed him.
That's fine. Here, just be careful. The Zarya is full energy, and you pushed into the Ryan and put Zarya just right behind you, um, which is pretty dangerous. Like even if you do see the Ryan like super low HP, just be careful about tunnel visioning on him because if you don't pay attention to everyone else and off angles, then you can easily just be feeding. Yeah, so here, after this fight, you pretty much just want to be playing um, this corner back here with your Maywall, just saving shield because they have a lot of spam right now. So playing on the cart like this is kind of risky because they can just spam your shield and then you have to kite and then you won't have shield. So against Echo, whenever you see she's transformed into anybody like Mei or Zarya like that, your main priority just should be block all the damage that she puts out. Then she builds it so fast. And if she builds that Mei ult, it's really bad for you guys. So here she walls your diva and she's looking to just farm her for ult. So you need to just be like really fast about getting in front of your diva with shield there. Because even though she probably won't die, um, she can easily that Mei can easily build her ult off of her.
Hmm. Do you think I'm just standing there for too long? Like right there, just waiting for my shield to.
Um,
Like, should I have
yeah,
well gone aggressive faster?
I don't know if you needed to go aggressive faster, but like as a team, you guys should be looking to um engage on the Rhine after they use projected bubble on them. So saving wall for that. Because if you're like uncoordinated with your cooldowns against that comp, they're gonna win the slow fight. So you have to be making like coordinated fast plays. Like so, as soon as they use projected bubble on the Reinhardt, you guys should be looking to speed in with Maywall and go on their Rhine. So since you have Diva, you can eat Moira Orb and negate a lot of the healing. And you can use the cart more as natural cover, but you're kind of just like standing next to it with your shield up, and it goes down really fast.
Yeah, they're giving me some space, and I take it right now. But I went in front of the cart.
Yeah,
Okay, I shattered both the tanks, and I missed the pin somehow, which
yeah,
was
that happens.
my plan. I'm like, I don't know why I missed the pin.
I've done that.
I think they followed me actually. I thought we were gonna do a split attack, and I screw up again. I shoot the echo to half, and I immediately call the echo. Just hard shield Hanzo. I'm still spy checking.
Hmm.
Lucio got in front of the barrier, but I probably should have went further forward though.
Nah, he just shouldn't have walked in front of you. You were just trying to shield the Hanzo while they killed the Moira on cart. Yeah, so the number one thing I'd recommend is like anytime you're on defense, just recognize what natural cover you can use to like hold a choke, because it'll just win you team fights if you can get really good at shield management and playing natural cover. Because a lot of Rhines at your level, they just shield bot until their shield is down. Um, so if you can abuse that and realize that they're gonna have no shield when you could easily still have 1500 shield HP, um, like mid fight, just by utilizing natural cover.
So do you think I can make space without ever like having to peek in front of the open? Like I try to do that to so like my DPS can get space.
Yeah, the thing about that is like your DPS are more reliant on you engaging on them. So like standing there with shield so that they can like freely poke at them. It doesn't really do much. Your guys' comp wants to like hard engage on them. Um,
Oh, so I'm playing it wrong, pretty much.
yeah, like there's really not a whole big purpose in you just standing there with shield, because you're gonna want that shield like once you get on top of them. So what you guys should be doing is um, like when they come in, like say they're coming in, they're back here. You guys should just be like trying to play this corner or something. Um, and then when they come in, like right here, you can easily just speed onto them, get a Maywall on their Rhine, and just run over them with May Reaper, because there's like nothing they can do with Hanzo Echo. Because like although they have good spam damage, like if you're just already on top of them, like they can't do enough fast enough to win that fight.
Okay,
Like with that
so
comp, you can easily just bully their Reinhardt.
what about when running a McCree? Would McCree just always be
Um,
on the high ground, or
when running a McCree, I mean it's pretty much the same idea. You don't really need to be taking a lot of poke damage, and you don't really need to be
like
shielding.
I don't have to be shielding out in the open for him to get space, is what you're saying.
No, no. Like you can use natural cover. Like you pretty much just want to like your goal is to like hold the space, and you can hold the space without shield botting. Like you can play this corner and just hold their Rhine back at this line. Um,
Like just with
and
hammer
then
swings, or just like the presence by
like
itself.
you can use like a mix of like it's good if you can get like a good mix of using your shield, your like natural HP and natural cover, and then you can mix in swings with it as well. But like making sure that you don't max out like one of those resources is really important. So you don't ever want to be like super low HP shield when they're pushing in, and or like 1 HP by not using shield. So yeah, using natural cover, like you can even just use the cart. Like you can just crouch behind the cart. They won't be able to hit you. And the thing is, like they have to push the cart to the objective. So if you're just playing safe, um, like if you for whatever reason, if like your comp didn't favor just in like hard engaging on them, and you just needed to
So if we were
play
like running
safe.
double sniper, pretty much, I would not just hard engage onto
Yeah,
them.
yeah. If you were double sniper, then you would play safe. You would play slow. You'd play more natural cover. Pretty much just anchoring point. Like your entire goal there would just to be stay alive and require as little resources as possible.
Hmm.
And yeah,
And we shot at the exact same time, which is kind of
you
the Ryan pins
got
me.
the
Yeah,
you got the Rhine experience right here.
yeah, I instantly recognize that he pinned me. He has shatter, so I just lock him in front of him. But that they do
Yeah,
too much damage. I can't do anything else. Well, maybe I could have, but maybe I could have shattered like a second earlier. But
yeah. It's just one of those things.
and since ball is banned, I just go monkey for contest. Our goal is just to get it to overtime. So we're still calling like abilities like Moira didn't have fade.
Yeah.
Like I think now we're just like get it to overtime.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're running the same comp, just brawl into them, use cover. I think no, we called to use to go up the high ground.
Yeah.
I don't remember why. Maybe it
Um.
was to knock off the Hanzo or something.
Yeah. So here you kind of just like stand here, um, like using. I think you used like your entire shield just standing here, which doesn't really do anything because your main Reaper do nothing from a
Yeah.
distance.
So
Um.
should we just went inside the little cubby hole or dropped immediately?
Um. No, you didn't need to do either of those things really. I mean, I guess you can go high ground like just at the start. Like if there's a Hanzo, you can easily clear him, but your diva can do that by herself with a Lucio if she needs it. Um. But you guys favor just running into them. So like if you really wanted to, you could go into this high ground and go for like a surprise play in their Reinhardt. But you'd probably just want to like stand back here and push the cart until it's up here
Oh,
to do that. Yeah, you don't want to stand there wasting your shield and like
so
telegraphing what play you might be going for.
okay.
Because if you're just standing up here and they realize that you're running May Reaper, obviously they're gonna want to kite so they don't just get dropped on. But if
So
you were to go for this play, then you could probably just hide back here and stand there
ah,
until the cart gets up more.
a smarter team would have just backed all the way up to gas station.
Um,
Then, right?
they could have, yeah. I mean, they backed up far enough, like because like somebody's got to be pushing the cart. So obviously, if you were to engage right now, you'd be going into a 5v6, um, or a 4v6 in this case. But yeah, I mean, there's not really a huge point in going high ground here, unless they're playing a comp that for some reason is all sitting up there. But yeah, pretty much you just want to push cart right now. Use as little resources as possible so that you have them for when you go for an engage.
I think I do get what you mean. Like I engage on them now, but I have no shield.
Yeah,
I do get the Hanzo, but that's almost luck because I think the Diva at the same time went to knock him off the gas station, and I did just jumped into the fire strike.
yeah. Like if you were playing a better team, they would have easily punished that because they're running Hanzo Echo, and you just dropped into the middle of them with no shield. So they just played that really bad.
And if you saw the comms thing, you'd know that our Lucio disconnects here.
I don't think I watched the comms for this map. I only
Oh,
got through Nepal.
okay, yeah, he disconnected. Like,
Uh-huh. Unlucky.
so at this point we're I think we called to fall back a bit since we're down our Lucio.
Hmm. I think you had the right idea here almost. Since you know that they're gonna go for a recontest, you can call for your team to like play a lot closer, like on this choke, with your May. Because if you play there, one, it's a way tighter choke, and if they come high ground, that's fine. But also if they come low ground, you can drop on them, which is also really good. Um, So play if you're gonna play high ground, play a lot closer.
I'll play like up on
Um,
the bridge.
yeah, yeah, like where they're right now it is.
Okay,
Um,
so after taking
especially
position,
since
just go up there, pretty much.
yeah, I would say so. Or just all play cart. Um, but if you can play high ground and deny um that high ground, that's really good. Because if you're all playing here and they get onto the cart and their Hanzo's able to take space and like take an off angle, you'll have to send your diva on her. But if you can just like completely deny them the space to get out onto the cart anyways, it's really good. So you'd probably just want to have like your Lucio or Moira pushing cart there, and then you guys can all play up on this choke. And then you can either play high ground if they come here, or if they come low ground, that's even better. You can just drop engage on them, and if they come left, you can just have Lucio play with you and speed you over here. Yeah.
I think my reflexes are just too slow. That's why I don't counter hit as much.
Yeah, so here what I would do since you guys might be doing this already, but since they're playing the Hanzo Echo, your goal is to just like deny as much space as possible. So playing up on this corner and using this corner like to um use natural cover as and just hold that position is really good for you guys because if you guys can push cart and they're just stuck back here, they can't really take too many angles looking at the cart while you push it. Especially if your diva holds high ground and just denies the Hanzo. It's really good. Yeah, so you definitely didn't need to back up there. You could have kept playing that corner. Because your goal with this comp, anyways, is to get on top of them with using the smallest amount of resources as possible. So if you're playing here already, like you don't have to waste resources taking that space again.
Yeah, I think someone called to back up.
Yeah.
Because I would normally just stay there. Unless I was
Hmm.
dropping really low, then I would start
Yeah.
backing up.
Yeah.
So I should have stayed up there denying space.
Yeah. They didn't really push their advantage though, so I guess they grabbed Dragon G though. And Echo.
Get wasted off of them. Yeah, because we are like, oh, they grabbed dragon. I'm like, oh, they used echo too. That's odd.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're running the heavy spam, the long range spam. So we need to get up in their face quickly, right?
Yeah. And you guys can take this route. The main problem that I saw when you were trying to do this is you weren't taking the space fast enough. So like you need to be like utilizing shield hopping more, if you know what that is. You know, where
I do.
trading HP resources with your shield resource so that you can um, get onto them faster without wasting all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like your Lucio wasn't even on speed for half of that. Your shield's already down 1,000 HP, and there's still quite a bit of space that you have to take on their Rhine. Yeah, so standing here, shielding is really bad, especially since once your shield's down, they have free reign on you, and I guess if they don't shoot you, it's fine. But a good team will punish you for standing up there with no shield. So then you'd have to drop, and you probably have to like drop back here, and it's just better if you guys are all coordinated to just push onto their front line, and then while you're doing that, you can have your Devo like fly up on this Hanzo, and contest him once you take the space up here. But yeah, you can't really sit here and poke because they'll win the poke war every time.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing like a like I'm playing the wrong style pretty much for the composition.
Yeah. Somehow you don't die there.
I think I didn't. I think I still didn't have a shield for that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you pretty much never want to let your shield like fully break. Um, always save at least like 100 if you can, because it could be the difference between like blocking a shatter, or like blocking a diva bomb, stuff like that.
Okay, so I should have shield hopped and just not let them poke.
Yeah, you shield hop across this bridge. So you did it a lot better there. You guys get on top of them. I don't know why you didn't get heals there, but
I think
I
it might
guess
have been the echo in the back line. You can go check that. Like you can look at the Moira POV
yeah.
because I think the
Did you
echo,
guys?
an
Yeah,
echo.
you guys had the advantage there, and then the echo is in the back
Oh,
line.
the echo or the Moira was on the right, so she probably didn't see me.
Oh yeah.
I never actually looked at that. So do you think that was just me not being careful, or was that the Moira's fault?
Let's see.
Okay, so here it's a close range pin that the Ryan got.
Yeah. So there, since like you're already like super low HP, um, pushing onto these stairs. Like your shield's already low. You're like 200 HP. So right here, you should recognize that you don't need to and you shouldn't aggress right now. You should wait till you can get healed up with armor. Um, because right now your team's just gonna take care of the rest because you were able to take that space and get them on top of the Rhine. Um, yeah, so you should wait until you get healed up, and then you can push up on that corner.
I I don't think I noticed the echo was behind us.
Yeah,
She
it's
might have
kind of
been
a
called, but I remember the echo was a big problem. So unlike a shrine, is this the right way to go?
You can do this. I think it's fine, but um, you guys have to be a lot quicker. Like here, you recognize that they weren't even shooting at you, so you didn't need to just um, shield spam. So you got onto them with like full shield, pretty much full HP, which is really good.
Do you think I said a shoulder sider to Zarya? Because I just looked at that opportunity right now.
Um, I think you just didn't know what target to go on here, so I don't even think you needed to shatter the Zarya. Like once they back up and like their Rhine has shatter, but you should probably just call for your team to all go on Reinhardt
Hmm.
before the Zarya can do anything. You could go for a solo shatter on Zarya if like because you know they have shatter and grab if you're trying to deny them from grabbing. So it's kind of a tough pickle, but um, yeah, you'd probably just want to go on the Reinhardt there.
Yeah, it looks like I should have gone on him. Like I should have
Yeah.
just pinned into him.
Um, maybe, but he probably would have counterpinned. But yeah, I think that was the right call. But it was just kind of I don't know, not enough
I did
follow up from your
I
team.
did kill him, but then I immediately died, probably because I spiked, like spike damage.
Yeah. So like whenever you did push on him though, um, like you should have been like over here more. Instead, you kind of like turned your back to like three different people that were shooting it at you. But if you were to play like more over here, then all you have is the Zarya to worry about. Um, so yeah, just being aware of like when you aggress on somebody, being aware of what off angles there are is really important. Because like here, yeah, you turn your back to the Hanzo, which is really dangerous. It's probably why you got melted so fast.
I think yeah, we decided to go. They said high side, which I think was over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is fine. And then once you're out here, you need to quickly recognize whether you're either going to go on this Zarya, which is a pretty obvious target. Yeah, so you pretty much just need to realize that Zarya and Echo are by themselves. So you can literally just like wall main right here and push onto Zarya and kill her.
I tried to hopefully shatter him, but he put his shield up sooner than I thought. Which
Yeah,
probably
usually I just go for a pin if something like that because he's gonna be holding shield anyways to block the bomb.
okay. So that was just a bad idea off me then.
Yeah, I'd say so. It can work, but like when the bomb and you are on the exact same angle, it's pretty much not gonna happen.
Now I should have blocked that to be honest, because if I immediately held shield instead of going for a swing, I could have stopped the shatter too.
Yeah,
So that was just us not going fast enough and not focusing the right target pretty much.
yeah. Like you would get on top of them during some fights, but then it would just kind of fall apart
Hmm.
in the middle of it. Like after you kill the Rhine or something, then it didn't seem like there was a clear target after that. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe do you want to go over like one of your games or something and just talk about what's going on there?
Well, we could if you want.
Yeah, my scrim is in an hour, so I got time.
Let's see.
Like if you did really good on a comp game, we could do that too. Like you talk about yourself.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't play comp too much.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
just a week ago. I just realized that. Do you just play on like an
mm,
alt account?
sometimes, yeah. Uh, hmm,
Or if you want, we can go over a map of where I won.
uh,
Like if you don't
just
have any scrims or comp games that you want to talk about.
trying to remember if any of these are good. These, I think these are the Trank games. If you want to watch one of those,
That was Exiles against that was you against Exiles. You said you were
yeah.
memeing. Maybe you said you were memeing. I don't think I want to learn meme strat.
um,
Unless like it's a really awesome meme strat that always gets you a win, then maybe I'll talk with it with my team.
hmm.
Or maybe you can talk with it with my team and explain it.
um, 366.
You could just go through the entire game just to look if it was good or not. Oh,
Oh,
HQC. I think wait, you streamed like you played mostly ball, I think. Cuz
uh,
I did watch I watched the Midwest tournament from your POV.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
This a game? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I played good. We'll see.
Well, even if you didn't play good, it's probably better than my best, to be honest. Do you remember if there were any comms? I doubt you remember.
Say again.
Do you remember there were comms?
Uh, Well, it's a comp game. I don't know he's talked that much in comp.
Hmm. So if you can't really talk that much, how do you win comp games as a tank then? Because
Um,
I talk all the time when playing tank.
well,
So
yeah, I mean, I call like things like where we want to push and where to rotate, stuff like that. But I don't know. I
most
don't
of the
play
time,
comp that much.
so most of the time you just
Um,
go in and then they just follow you.
yeah.
That's what I do for the
Um,
first attack.
usually, like if I'm actually scrimming with my team, then I talk a lot, but
Hmm.
not in comp that much.
You just try to go for first strike. Yeah, you're not using your shield at all. Like, but that's because they're playing on points. Like they're all
Yeah,
playing on points, so you don't have to use your shield.
yeah.
So what would you have done if they were fighting in the chokes?
Um, let's see.
I think the first fight they were, yeah, like right there. Like, look,
Yeah, so here I kind of just use this wall to like work in swings on the Reinhardt here.
like corner swinging.
Yeah.
So I basically there's a workshop mode that lets you practice it, but I have no idea how. So maybe
Oh,
just go into a training range, or maybe we play. Maybe you add me on your friends list, and then we just talk it out in game or something.
yeah, if you want to.
Yeah,
Um,
because corner
but
swinging is I think it's important.
yeah, it's pretty important. You can build your shatter really quick off of it.
Yeah, but
Um,
I've been trying to look for YouTube videos, and like, there's no one that explains it correctly, or even explains it. Period. So knowing like how to do it would really help, because you know that Fire Strike only needs 1 pixel to go through anything.
yeah.
Yeah, I learned that from Overwatch League, and I've pretty much
Oh
only
yeah.
practiced it.
Yeah, so here I just kind of swing on the corner and use Zari bubble to build charge, and I know Nerdable is close to Nano if we needed it to get through.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah. Oops.
Because I know you're playing with much better players than I play with, but you're still taking up space. You have to give like you in order to rank up, I have to give space to my teammates so that they can do it, no matter how bad
Yeah,
they are.
yeah. I think your problem might be that like your understanding of the space you need to take is like it's too like generic. Like you think you just walk up with shield so your DPS can stand behind you, but it's like it's more so about like taking space so that your DPS and stuff can and your DPS and supports can also take that space and take angles on them and get in an advantageous position. Like here, like I roll out high ground rather than just sitting on cart because um we have somebody pushing cart right now, and if we push
And
high ground, we can try and push them off because they're running a McCree and Ana.
yeah, McCree and Ana benefit a lot from high ground, so you want to take it away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did a VOD review with Tough Luck. Well, I didn't do it with them. I just spectated over it. And
Hmm.
Smugs pretty much said that if the enemy benefits from high ground, you can't let him have it.
Yeah.
Was Nerdables on the cart, or was it someone else?
I think it was Nerdables. Yeah.
Okay. So you went to a place where he could heal you, because there's that giant turret in the way. So you have to play a little more passive, I assume.
Hmm.
And here, you're just on the cart. You're not pushing
Hmm.
forward or anything.
Yeah. I could have played high ground, but I didn't really want to. I mean, I guess I should have gone high ground actually.
Oh, so okay, so it's not like it would have been better to be on cart. It was
Yeah.
yeah. You're not really going into the lava, even though it's a huge grab.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just telling everyone to kite. Okay, lost two. Now you really need to run for it.
Yeah.
But in GM, they're just gonna chase you down,
Yeah.
and you already had shatter. Okay, take over high ground
Oops.
again. And this time I assume Nerdables went up with you, because well, the cart's way over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's up there. I did. I just barely, like a week ago, found out that Ryan's hammer has more reach if you angle it, like it's a
Yeah,
rectangle. Like I just barely found that out, and I just saw you do it. Like you, I don't know if it was intentional or not. I assume it wasn't
yeah,
because
I
you're a
use it
GM.
intentionally.
Yeah,
It's
but
pretty good against tracers too.
yeah, because you can just angle it a little bit, like 10 degrees or so, and you get more range.
Yeah, I use it primarily against like Lucio's and
Like people that can escape
um
you, pretty much.
yeah, Lucio's and tracers are good to use it against. I mean, you can use it to like just get extra cleave too. There's even
Or
a one shot combo you can do on a tracer without using charge
and
if
to
you
swing
angle
on
your
people
shield
that
right.
are trying to escape, like if you're running towards
Yeah,
them at a speed boost. Because
yeah.
I can't, I remembered so many times of comp games where I'm trying to get a tracer, and she's just maybe a few inches away from me, and she ends up getting 2 kills just because I tried to focus her, and
Yeah.
I failed every time. Yeah, you're playing natural cover here. I'm gonna just assume someone called that the fight was lost because you charged out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Nano off nerd. So, was solo shattering the Lucio necessary?
Yeah, because um he was gonna kite out with the Yana. Um so I thought if I could get the Lucio, I'd get a guaranteed kill and then hopefully my team could push up
Oh,
and get the Yana.
so sometimes, even though you got the main tank, which most of the time signifies the ult, or not the ult, the fight is won, you still solo shatter so people don't get away and have a
Yeah,
chance to make a
especially if
boost.
like they're holding a bunch of off angles and the main tank was just their anchoring point anyways.
Now, you keep fighting the Nano Reinhardt. Normally, I just back away from him. I'm like, nope, I don't want to be there. You actually
Yeah,
held your ground.
I was kiting slash kind of shield hopping away, but it wasn't really a. I couldn't really kite too much.
Okay, so now last fight territory, and your Batiste got staggered. Yeah, and your DPS are not even going in with like without you, and you recognize you're gonna touch. He gets naded, but gets bubbled, so it's cancelled. Okay, that's your grav, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, that was a whiff, but whatever. Oh, you assumed he had shatter and held your shield up, preparing for a counter shatter.
yeah,
Yeah, Real did teach me that trick, and it's won me so many conf games.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Especially in lower elos, Reinhardt's will like almost always just immediately press Q if they
Yeah,
block a shatter.
yeah. Even when I screw up a shatter, like I only shatter one person, I just block.
Yeah.
Because even though he was like at 88%, you assumed he had it.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you were just kiting because they were applying a lot of pressure. And
Hmm.
nice. I'm
I
surprised.
remember during that game.
I'm surprised the
Um,
Torb even like didn't like he stood there in front of the window knowing it was there. I assume.
yeah,
Like whenever I see like a window and it's in front of me, I'm like I better get out of there. Like we say, kite, kite,
yeah, with window.
or we go in front of it depending on what's easier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now you're no, they're running a widow. So how does your playstyle change now? Oh,
Death. I was going for the death play
huh,
where I just die and feed.
okay. So how do you take space? Okay, never mind. You have a widow too. Never mind. Because there will be comp games and even some scrims where they're running like double sniper and we don't run it.
Hmm.
And what's? Oh yeah, it's last fight. I just looked at the timer.
It's
I'm
like,
like,
what are you doing?
yeah.
This guy's fading.
And think ball was banned this week. No, it said 1 week ago. So who was banned last week?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't ball. It was Orisa, wasn't it?
It might have been Arissa.
Yeah, Orisa, Echo, Tracer, and Ana.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Moira. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's Moira because Nerdables is playing Ana. Yeah, you're playing this cover and then occasionally peeking out for a fire strike. And
Yeah.
maybe some damage because you're running a soldier who. Wait, a soldier on the low ground? Yeah, soldiers on the low ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's so odd. Because normally Grandmasters would know where to position to get the best angles. And soldier could just go up to the boat.
Believe it or not, some people are not too great in Grandmaster.
I know that Smugs, in that VOD review, he said the difference between Diamond and GM is positioning. I don't know what you
Yeah,
feel about that, but that's what he said.
that's part of it.
Because even though I'm a gold DPS, I take the high ground whenever it's not risky to. Because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'm going up high ground, I see that a Junkrat's there, I'm like, I'm going out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watch a lot of like VOD reviews of like just VOD reviews in general of lots of players, like of all the ranks. And even though I am higher than most of them, I'll be like still trying to take away stuff, like take the high ground or make space, go forward
Yeah.
first and stuff like that. Okay, now he's up the high ground and you're not shielding him. So is that a? Do you think going up there to shield him would just be a bad idea? Or do you
Yeah,
always want
there's
it for a point?
there's no real point to doing that.
Okay, so it's his job to take the high ground. It's your job to stay on point, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good luck. Okay, so that was a good counter shatter, but you're in the. Actually, maybe I'm dumb. Go back 20 seconds. That fight was crazy.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have pinned at the end, but
Okay,
it's
let's.
going for a play.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so you just try to make a play, which
Or,
I assume at this rank everybody tries to make plays
mm,
because that's kind of what gets you out of plat, making plays, and then people just carry it into the higher ranks because they use like 3 ults, 4 ults actually. Like if I was playing here, I probably would not have shattered because they were using Grav and the Tor Bolt, which kills you super fast. Yeah, I used 3 ults. They used all 6 actually. So that was just,
yeah, the reason I shattered there is because they beated,
and it was fading.
and their Torbo's ulting. So if I can shatter them and stop them from engaging with like the armor that they get from beat, and also cancel Torbolt, then it's a lot of value.
Okay. And nobody flamed you for that shatter, like saying like, "Why'd you waste shatter" or something?
I got flame for charging, but
Okay, that was a yeah. You guys ulted first, aggressors. That wins you games. Who ults first wins.
yeah.
And that looked like it was planned. So I'm not sure if
Hmm.
the Zarya said to do that.
I don't remember.
Wait, don't you? Wait, did decay go away? Like I guess our decay.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. Okay, they're nanoing. You use visor. Still trying to push forward so you can give soldiers some space. Lift the shatter, no big deal. Yeah, you're at 33 HP of a barrier. And you're not charging to get the McCree, which I probably would have done.
I could have, but I was afraid if I charged too deep, then
So
my
even though
team
you,
wouldn't have LOS on me.
yeah, because I don't know where Nerd is, but I assume he wouldn't be able to heal that. And you really chased
Yeah.
deep for that. Like if Lucio dies, it's his fault, right? Yeah. This game is so crazy. And now you're just going after the. Okay, I thought you were gonna go after Zarya, but I think you just said it was too dangerous,
Yeah.
which is good. To be honest, I might have also said it was too dangerous, but I would have said it later, and then I probably would have already got flashbanged and fan
Yeah.
hammered. So
Especially once they beat it, I had to disengage.
is Nerd also behind you? Oh, great. Someone wants to queue with you.
No, I doubt it.
We'll just ignore that. Okay, now you're playing in front of the payload. Just okay. That was a good sleep. You okay? Just get the Rhine, get the Zarya. Good target prioritization. I saw nothing wrong with that fight.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
C9.
looks like I might need to go ring for a scrim.
Oh, that sucks. Well, it was good though.
But I'm down to continue more of this if you ever want more advice or anything like that.
I do legitimately want to see this game. Like if you're
Yeah, I
not in
can
a
send you a
rush.
replay code or something if you want.
Well,
Let's see.
if you have to ring for a scrim, then it's probably best we just leave. Although if you want, you can. Actually, maybe not. Forget it. I was gonna
Yeah,
say maybe.
I'll send you some replay codes later if you want.
Yeah, send me a replay code. Maybe like notes on what you did.